Kovalev. So great performance tonight. I did notice when you dropped him in the round, you were telling him to get up. Were you angry? You wanted to punish him more, or was it just the fact that, like you were saying, you wanted the fight to go longer?
Yes, I was a little bit surprised that I hurt him second round because I wanted to continue the fight long as possible. And 34, I called him like stand up and let's to fight again. But you said before the fight a lot of things that you already champion. Like where are you if you champion? Like
so was that part of the motivation? You wanted to really hurt him more?
Yes, like
okay. When you punch so hard, is it really? Can you really expect the fights to go longer? I mean, if you're hurting the guy, they're just gonna go. Can you really have that in your mind to want the fights to go longer? Aren't you just gonna go out there and just knock them out, and if they go, they go?
My goal didn't to knock him out early, you know, like I tried to make a fight long as possible, you know, and maybe after 7th, 8th round, try to punch harder.
So were you trying to pace yourself? Were you throwing the shots a little bit less powerful?
Because from each fight, I'm trying to get any experience, you know, like. But this fight didn't give me experience because it was very short. I tried to make fight as long as possible, but
didn't work out that way.
Yeah, just put the next victory in on my record.
You know, Kathy just told us that she'd like your next fight to be in Russia. How would that feel to go back to your home, and now that your stature is a lot higher since the last time you fought there, you're a lot more bigger star. How do you feel about going back?
I'm excited, and I already don't have a patience to get my home and see my family, my father, mother, and brother, sisters. I have a big, huge family in Russia. But as a boxer, yes, I want to give for my fans good boxing because they asked me when I will be fight in Russia. And right now we're trying to get this fight in Russia.
And you mentioned that if you were to fight Ward, you'd want it to be pay-per-view. Do you think that you're a pay-per-view fighter now? We see Golovkin, they announced it's going to be pay-per-view too. It seems like you Eastern European fighters are getting a lot bigger fans here in the United States now. Do you think you're like that level of pay-per-view to sell pay-per-views now? Like against Ward, because that's a really big fight?
Yeah, I would fight on pay-per-view level. But right now, no opponents.
Right, well, Ward would be the logical.
Yeah, if Ward will be my next opponent, and this fight will happen, it will be a great fight, and yes, it should be on pay-per-view.
And last question, you want the WBC title.
Yeah.
It's very rare anybody could ever get all 4 belts. How big is that to you, just because everyone usually vacates, gives away titles before they get all 4? How important and excited would you be to get all 4 at one time?
Yeah, it's very important to me. It is my goal to get 4th title in my collection because I want to make a history, for Russian boxing fans and for my family. Because when I will finish my career, my son will be growing up and he maybe will get some sample as the father had, and he will be a winner for me. And I wanted to make this
personal.
Yeah, personal. Just my goal, personal.
Okay. Thank you very much. Go celebrate.